Hello, beautiful people. Lighting my sage, and it's really important. If you're a smudge person, you like to use the smoke cleansings, everybody needs to be working on that this weekend. The spirit activity is off the chain, they are all over the place. Yes, the spirit chain is, or the spirit world is off the chain. The spirits are really roaming. It's really, really, really thick. Have you ever seen that movie Constantine? You know, the one with Keanu Reeves. He's so hot in that too. And he's the guy that kind of is battling demons as he's battling some of his own issues going on there as well. Well, there's this one scene where they're walking in the street, and he essentially shows the girl that he's with. I can't have Keira Knightley, somebody, I don't know, I can't remember the chick's name. But he kind of shows her the spirit activity, from the netherworld there. And right now, the spirit activity is super strong. So let's let that little bit of smudge here bless us here, and we're gonna ask for blessings on our cards. I just stuck my hand in the bag. I have a big bag that I carry a lot of my decks in, and I said, just show me which one to read with today. And it's the intuitive deck, the intuitive oracle deck. It's about unlocking the hidden depths of your inner wisdom. So that's the deck that we're going to use today. So if this is your first time, welcome, welcome. If this is not your first time, hey, glad to see you back again. Don't forget to love my video so it gets boosted up in the algorithm. Comment, let me know where you're watching from. If you have any questions, comments, as long as they're cool comments. And then don't forget to share the video so other people get to see it as well. But we're doing a weekend energy forecast, so we want to look at what is the weekend bringing in. I use this as an across the board, global, whatever way you want to look at it. We're looking at the generalized energy. So what's the focus in the world this weekend? Okay, that first one there, and that one up, yeah. So I have had a Reiki class scheduled for this Sunday, and it's been moved to the November section. Reason being is that my transmission is acting foolish in my car. So we have access, to a garage this weekend to work on it, and so that's what our big goal is. So it will be available for online or remote readings. Hey, Pamela! Pink, Oklahoma. I love that name, Pink, Oklahoma. Do you know, I don't know the back history on it or the backstory on it, but why is it named Pink? Do you know? Oh, I would be so curious to know, because I know, I live in Gracemont, so it was a wife named Grace and a husband named Montgomery, and that was how they came up with the name Gracemont. I just think that those little things are really cool. There is on my way when I go down to Davis to do some work. When I'm over there, it's really interesting because I'll pass through a town called White Bread, and I laugh. I'm like, some of the names of towns, but I think they're very original and neat. I live kind of by nowhere, Oklahoma, so. Yeah, Gracemont's just on the other side. Oh, the mud. Okay. Pink mud. Okay, okay. Ooh. Yeah, they're kind of flinging around a little bit. That's very cool. All right. Anything else you want to add into this? Yeah, they do. I hope y'all got something to eat or drink or snack on, recreational, whatever. because there's a lot of cards coming out, so I have a feeling that this is going to be kind of wordy. Okay, anything else? Any last words? Okay, and is that it? Good golly. Okay. I think this is going to be like really super talkative. It's been a while since I've done an online reading. I get really busy with them here in the office or online, and it's not that I forget, but sometimes I'm just like, energy is tapped out. So we will be doing this in rows of 3, and it looks like we've got quite a bit kind of going on. So this first row, let's get rocking and rolling with it. Ooh. Okay, so the first card that I'm looking at right here is the Light Within. So what I got on here was Epiphany. Seeing things as they are. Seeing things as they are. And here's the problem. The problem there is the second card. I call that the obstacle, and it's energetic alignment, and it is upside down. And when I'm looking at this particular card with the Light Within and then higher vibrations, here's our obstacle. Our obstacle, as if you were listening from the very beginning, I said that right now the spirit activity is off the chain. They are really, really prevalent. I've had 2 chairs broken here in the area during prayer service, during work, working with people and helping them release some stuff. 2 chairs broke yesterday. So for that to happen in my sacred space, because I keep it pretty dang clean in here, I'm like, I know the activity is really high. So that's what we're seeing in this reading. This reading is saying that we've got a lot of that we've got a lot of distorted energy that's trying to flow in and kind of create chaos and create distortion through there. However, our help card is that higher vibrations. So I have also personally felt a lot of the angels coming around, being around. If you are noticing that you're feeling some spirit activity, you probably just want to just go, hey, Archangel Michael, come hang out with me. And you know, the next thing you know, you got a whole team of them. Jophiel hangs out, Zadkiel, and you know what? They really like to battle. I'm just going to say that. They really enjoy that battle. Now, in this next line that's coming through, our first card here is Cosmic Awareness. The obstacle is heartfelt guidance, straight up, and then the hidden truth. So when I'm looking at this particular line, going from Cosmic Awareness, heartfelt guidance, and hidden truth, the story that I get on that particular line is that, and I'm going to say somebody that we really love and hold close to us, that we respect what they say or we respect their word. It's kind of like when I need some guidance in this world, I go to the grandmas and ask them, or I'll go to somebody that I know knows a lot more about that subject than maybe what I do. And that's what I'm seeing here on this particular line. On this particular line from that Cosmic Awareness, heartfelt guidance, and hidden truth is that we're going to be given a lot of information, or I'm going to use the word discernment, over the weekend and into Monday, kind of letting us know what the story is, what is going on, what is happening around us, whether it's in our small space where we are, you know, our personal space, or we are moving into a place where how we fit into the world. Regardless, in either way, this is what we're looking at this weekend. Now, the sacred space is going to be playing a big, huge role. And I'm going to say sacred space is wherever you make it, wherever you hang your hat, wherever you claim that space to be sacred. When I'm looking at these stones, I'm actually feeling like these stones represent actually people, energies, love, ancestors that surround us and protect us. You know, I can always tell when my mom is around because it'll start smelling like pot roast, and I can tell when my dad is around because all of a sudden I'll start hearing Johnny Cash songs like on the radio, and it'll be on a channel that really doesn't play a lot of Johnny Cash, and all of a sudden it'll be Johnny Cash. So when I'm looking at this, that's the feeling that I get. I get feeling of being surrounded by people, energies that totally love me, that help to keep me safe and to keep me focused on being the most authentic, best person. That body wisdom, and then we see empowered decisions, and that's kind of your obstacle here. Is that I'm going to just say, your gut instinct, where that gut instinct where you're feeling something inside, is like my gut tells me or my heart tells me, that instinct is going to really be elevated over this weekend. And with that, that's going to kind of be like your gauge on where they are on the energy scale. Are they a lower energy? Are they a higher energy? Your body is going to be doing a lot of communicating with you on that. So pay attention to what your body is responding to when you are in and out of your sacred space or around other people, or in, even if you're sitting down to look at something on Facebook and your stomach starts to bother you, you probably need to disconnect and go do something else. Pay attention to your body and how your body talks to you. That empowered decisions on that last card here, when I'm looking at this one, and what I'm really feeling on that particular card is that it is not so much about not making decisions, it's being unable to make decisions, because I'm going to say it's kind of like you're not going to dig the way it's going to be presented on that. And some decisions are going to be those bad decisions, not bad decisions as in it's a bad decision, but a decision that is super hard to make. Alright, so that next line coming in, and I'm like, please let us have some saving grace. The first two are just like, ugh. But I'm looking at light of awareness and chakra alignment. And the word or phrase that I got was shock value. So I'm going to say that some of this information, experiences, etc., that are coming in are more for shock value. I like to use the phrase, sometimes they want to cross your boundaries, or cross the line, and see how far they can go. And that's what I'm feeling in those two first cards on that. However, the help there is that third card, and it says intuitive healing. And when I'm seeing that particular card with it, the message that I get super duper strong in there is that you're no dummy. You really kind of know how things roll. And you are able to take care of business the way that you need to take care of business. Okay, and it's like the feeling or the word I get on there is it comes by very naturally for you, so that there is not a lot of what I'm going to call gross effect. The word gross, as I am using it, doesn't mean like, ew, that's gross. It's gross as in what you can see by the naked eye. So by the end of the weekend, as it starts to wrap up, I think you're going to like the way that it weathers. Ha ha ha. And our card is energetic boundaries. Seeing beyond is the obstacle, and then third eye awakening is your help. And I would say the long and short of this particular line here is that yes, you will be able to establish those really strong boundaries for your own protection, your own prosperity, abundance, growth, movement, that and authenticity, you're going to establish those without an issue. The seeing beyond, I'm just going to kind of say it like this. You will be able to see the truth of the situation and all of the players in that situation. And some things you're not going to be delighted with, that some things are going to be almost heartbreaking. However, you do understand the mechanism, you understand where they come from, and where they are going to, and you make better decisions on how you are going to um, allow that to flow in your own life. Despite the fact that we had a couple of lines in the beginning there that were not real pleasant, as I would say, they really weren't that pleasant, that it's going to end up wrapping up pretty nicely here for you. You're saving, chance favors a prepared mind. If you know that there's a shish storm, you can deal with it. If you know it's going to be a blessing storm or a blessing fest, you can deal with it. So in this, knowing that, that there's going to be boundaries crossed and that the energies are really, really prevalent this weekend and right now, and that you can prepare. What happens in the end going into Monday? We have listen within, sensory awareness, and angelic whisper. Our angels really super duper love us, and they love to take care of us, and they love it when we communicate and connect with them. Spend some time connecting in with the angels. If you're feeling out of balance, they want to hear from you. They are there and present to help you through any kind of energetic storm that might be coming, or spirit fest, whatever. Like I said, the spiritual warfare, spiritual activity is really, really strong right now. So be mindful of where you place your attention. So I hope you enjoyed today's reading. Please don't forget to love my video, comment something cool. I loved learning about how they named Pink, Oklahoma, due to the color of the mud. And I hope to see you very, very soon.